Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Health, Wealth, and Lamborghinis. My name is Jason, and here, yes, we are essentially trying to build a dividend portfolio that will pay for a Lamborghini. Now, I say this every video. Yes, it's going to take some time. However, my dividend snowball is growing. But over the past couple months, I've really kind of taken my portfolio to heart, and I have made some pretty big adjustments. Now, like a lot of new investors, because remind you, besides my Navy TSP, I've really only been investing for a little bit over a year. I have made some mistakes, and one of my mistakes was trying to buy too many stocks. So I was looking at my portfolio, kind of evaluating it, if you will, and I realized I had more stocks than I wanted. Let me explain. I would rather have, say, 10 to 15 stocks that I have a relatively large position in than 50 stocks that I have, kind of an insignificant amount of money in. So what I have decided to do, and what I did, was sell a lot of the stocks that I didn't have a lot of conviction on. Now, before we jump into all my sales, I do want to say that all of these positions, all of these stocks, since I have sold, have gone up, right? So in hindsight, it doesn't really matter. My goal is not necessarily capital appreciation, but I did sell all these positions at a gain also. So sure, I could have held on to them and made a little bit more money, but I just wanted to take that money and deploy it into companies and stocks that I really see potential in holding for the long term. Now, there are 7 stocks that I dumped from my portfolio. Now, the first company, I'm sure you guys already know, Altria. I had a little over 20 shares of this company, and while it does pay a good dividend, I just didn't have a lot of conviction in this stock for the long term. Now, I might be proven wrong. The stock has already gone up since I sold my position at just under $50. However, again, in the long run, way in the future, I'm just not 100% sure that this company is where I want my money invested. All right, so next up, I sold AEP, American Electric Power Company. Now, actually, I do kind of like this company. I sold just under $90. Now it's over $100. So again, I missed out on a little bit of gains here. I had over 13 shares of this company, and it pays a good dividend. I just have a lot of exposure to energy in VYM, and I didn't really see the need to continue to dump new capital into this position. I don't know, maybe as semiconductors and electricity and stuff even gains more popularity, maybe I'll look at another dedicated electric energy play. But right now, I just decided to sell it, and so it's gone. Next on the chopping block was PNC Financial Services. I don't know. I don't know why I bought this stock. It pays a good dividend. I don't bank there. I rarely see this bank. I thought that financials was going to be a good play in the short run with interest rates and stuff, and it might still well be a good play. However, I just really wasn't that interested in owning this stock, and so I dumped it. The next stock I got rid of was AT&T. Now, I had almost 13 shares of this company, and this was kind of a hard one for me, because I do use their cell service. I use their internet service. They've been pretty good. I've been a long-time customer. However, I think it's kind of like I don't know if it's like a yield trap or something. It pays a good dividend. However, I just don't see that dividend increasing. And when I look at my portfolio 5, 10, 15 years out, compare something like AT&T to Visa, where Visa is increasing the dividends by like 20% a year or something, and AT&T doesn't really increase the dividends that much. For the long-term play, I just didn't think it was smart to hold on to, and I wanted to put my money elsewhere. So AT&T was gone. Moving right along, the next stock I got rid of was H&R Block. I had over 10 shares of this company, and to be honest, it's just, I wasn't excited about the company. I didn't want to throw a bunch of new money at it. I think that the tax system itself is a little outdated. I feel like there's probably a better way to do filing and things like that, and in the long run, I just had no conviction holding H&R Block, so I got rid of it. 2 more to go. We will start with Enbridge. Now, this is a Canadian stock, which hence is kind of the reason I sold it. Pays a pretty good dividend. This is a kind of a oil pipeline, natural gas pipeline play. I had almost 7 shares of this stock, and You know what really kind of bothered me about it is every time that they would pay a dividend, because it was a Canadian stock, I would like take a cut from it, you know? So, I mean, say it pays 5% or whatever. I don't remember exactly, you know, but the transaction between the countries would be like 1.5% or something. So really the dividend wasn't that special. And I have my eyes set on another big like gas oil pipeline play, and I didn't need Enbridge in my portfolio, so it's gone. And then last but not least, okay, I sold out of Bank of America. Now I had over 7 shares here, and this kind of was like an AT&T play. Like I didn't really see the stock appreciating too much. I didn't really see the dividend growing that much, and if I want to put all my money as far as like the financial sector into a company, I want to dump it basically into Visa. I sold it for a little bit of a profit, but now I'm out. So that's it. After the sell of all of those companies, I basically had about $4,000 that I immediately deployed into the market, into some of my older positions that I have a little bit more conviction for. And I actually started a few new positions with a sizable stake. I'm going to be going over my entire portfolio, my new kind of portfolio, in the next video. Let me know down below, did you guys sell anything, and have you guys sold anything only to watch the stock price like run up like crazy after you sold? It was kind of tough to watch on some of those stocks, but you know, I have to remember kind of why I'm building this dividend portfolio, and it's not necessarily to get share price appreciation on American Electric Power, okay? That's not really the goal, you know? So I'm done with those companies. I feel pretty good. Now when I look at my portfolio, I think I have 10 or 11 stocks in there, minus 1 or 2 ETFs, and I can really kind of keep track of what's going on, and all of these are companies that I kind of believe in the long run. So we're going to cover those in the next video.